So that's how we completed segment 2, and it's a bit shorter than segment 1 because we needed to get to Bozeman by a particular date so that Kath and Ruben could fly home. Links to the planning spreadsheet and to the ride with GPS map are in the description. This trip started off with the amazing Trail of the Coeur, then went over the North Pacific Trail and the Trail of the Olympians down towards Missoula. We then actually drove a day to avoid some big hills because we weren't very well, and eventually biked on from Butte over the Continental Divide at Homestake Pass, then some back roads, even some interstate, slowing down so that we could take our time through some amazing state parks in the Missouri Headwaters.
Okay, it's been a long time since I've done any sort of piece to video. Reason for that, multiple really. One of them was that we departed the route a little bit from intentions. We just couldn't find any accommodation on the last parts of the Palouse Cascades. If it existed, it wasn't advertised, and so we decided to take the road and go through Ritzville and Cheney to get to Plummer, which ended the first segment. So we're on segment 2, which goes from Plummer through to Bozeman. So I guess we've changed states as well. We're in Idaho for a short while, and we're going through to Harrison tonight. Because of all that, yeah, we're on quite noisy roads. Not that much traffic, to be honest, but just didn't really seem like the sort of environment where I might do a piece to camera, so I decided not to. We didn't do all that much recording. It's a nice landscape, but very big and sort of samey all the way, and yeah, might have done a little indicative recording for a few minutes each day, and then like there's no difference. So yeah, it's not to say that it was a landscape that wasn't beautiful, but it just didn't seem to warrant lots of videos. So sorry about that if you are after lots of video of every detail of what we're doing. So at the moment we've left Plummer, we're on the trail of the Coeur d'Alene, and this bit, which I biked the last time uphill, is nicely downhill. It's been quite a windy day, it's been quite a hilly day, so this is quite nice, just as a little bit of a difference. We were going to stay at Plummer, but there's some sort of construction further ahead, which means that from Châtelet or Châtelet, I'm not really sure, and the lake there, the trail's actually going to be blocked all the Monday to Fridays of the rest of the month, if not a bit longer. Some sort of marina construction. So we're trying to get beyond that by going through to Harrison, which means we're having to pay a pretty penny tonight to stay at Lakeview Lodge, but yeah, it's better than getting stuck behind a whole lot of construction. I don't even think there was any detours you could take. But this is all good. I do these sort of trips in a ridiculously predetermined, over-organized way, because that's the way I am, and I quite like the planning. Even on most trips, having planned out and paid for my accommodation 2 months in advance, 3 months in advance, that sort of thing. But yeah, with this being a long trip, with my family being with me, with the accident and the time it took to recover both body and bike, that just meant that we had to play it a bit flexible. And I think that's another way of doing it that I quite like anyway. I either like doing it totally organized or totally ad hoc, open to either or. Some people get sort of stuck in one way. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be flexible as I go on. I was just looking at some of the hills that I've got, knowing the big one between St. Regis and Mullen, where the last time, going the opposite direction, I actually rode on the interstate because there was so much snow on the Olympic Trail. I don't know what I'll do this time around, but after that one's like 1,500 meters. But between there and Bozeman, I got 2, maybe even 3 that go up to 2,000 meters. So I'm gonna have to just be careful. So yeah, good to be on the Trail of Coeur d'Alene. This trail really inspired the whole trip, especially the rail trail part of it, because the last time I was on it, that set of compromises around partial cleanup under the EPA settings and Indigenous sovereignty, attempts to reclaim land, attempts to reclaim lifeways, seemed to be the most extreme that I'd seen, where sometimes it might seem like a great achievement to get a bit of cleanup to get rid of some of the worst pollution caused by historical silver and gold mining, but yeah, there's still fences keeping residents from their harvesting areas and resources and that sort of thing. So yeah, looking forward to that and engaging a little bit more with communities on the way. Good morning. This is day, whatever the day is, I don't care. We're about 20 kilometers outside of Harrison, going east, of course, because I'm going east for a long time, all the way through to Wallace today, which would cover most of the track. It's really only a day and a half sort of track, this one, Trail of the Coeur d'Alene. But it is such a nice day and it's such good trail conditions. We're all feeling very smiley, and yeah, it's a little bit windy, a little bit cold, but sunny, and yeah, it's just a slight uphill. And after the last sort of 4 or 5 days, we really had to push the bodies uphill. This is really nice, not to have to do that. Currently biking on a causeway, obviously associated with the old rail system, alongside big ponds with meadows beside them and big lily things on it. It's all very green after such dry conditions. And this is, yeah, I can't expect better biking conditions. One of the really great things about this trail is just how many places it interacts with you know, the road system. So all we're really seeing is people coming into the trailhead and mostly biking the other direction, they're going downhill. But yeah, it's even quite well used here in the off season and on a weekday. So yeah, great resource. Very envious. Both times I've biked this trail, I thought, wow, I want to bottle this whole package and take it home to New Zealand to them. So yeah, I wish we had the resources to do this sort of thing. It's amazing. Again, you know, the dark side to it is it's kind of part of a rehabilitation project that will never truly rehabilitate this once wonderful landscape, but at the same time they've done well to make a start, I guess. Anyway, that should do me for a while. I'll definitely take some more footage, try and get some more drone footage. I think bit of variation, more photos, but yeah, piece the camera for the day done. We're biking now on the North Pacific Trail, NorPac. It takes us from just out of Mullen, where the Trail of the Coeur ended, up to Lookout Pass. I think we started with a reading on our Garmin's of 550 meters of climbing, and well, not even a third of the way up yet. I had a slight wrong turn, again a mapping error by me, though didn't matter too much. I just went on a rougher road to the Willow Creek trailhead. Now we're back on the trail, and yeah, it's real good quality road, really. I believe former rail, and it's good surface, and mostly at the moment we're taking advantage of some really good switchbacks, which yeah, just means the starting point when we're on a tar-sealed road it's nowhere near as bad now. That was a pretty brutal hill up the tar seal out of Mullen. Yeah, really amazing night in Wallace. Wallace was yeah, a surprise. The first time I came over here, I biked around it, through it, just stayed on the trail of the Coeur heading west, and at that point the trail is underneath the flyover, which is the I-90, and it made me think, oh, this is a horrible place, and just went straight forward. But with ambiguous accommodation options in Mullen, we thought we would go with a well-reviewed motel in Wallace, and it turned out to be such a pro move because it was the most fun motel I've ever been to. It was all retros, apparently an attempt to recreate a early 1960s motel. None of the decor, I think, was actually recycled from that era. It's all sort of you know, contemporary modern appliances shaped to look like it was from the 1960s. I don't think they had microwaves from the 1960s, and this had a really good microwave and a very retro looking shell. But yeah, salmon pink everywhere and avocado green everywhere. Not normally something I'd appreciate, but the whole thing was just awesome. And they're really nice, the cyclists there too. And yeah, I had things like a fire pit with free s'more kits, and Kath and Ruben went down and did that while I did a bit of donkey work with the videos we've been making. And it was just wonderful. And then we also went out for dinner to Muchachos Tacos, and Kath had a 3 taco meal, and all 3 were amazing. Ruben had this amazing burrito and a really nice mole, and I had nachos in one of the tacos. Food was just so good. Yeah, really fresh, really flavoursome. Good to get some veggies in us because we haven't had many of those for a while. And yeah, the whole experience. The downtown area takes the old brick buildings and sort of merges them with some really stylish neon signs, and the whole thing is like a curator's dream. There's wonderful cafes. There's in particular a lot of yeah, antique stores, I guess, but attempts to recycle things. One of the antique stores, I saw a Geiger counter. Yeah, sure it didn't work, but if I had room, I'd love to take a Geiger counter back to New Zealand. Not the sort of thing that you ever see in sale there. And yeah, the whole planning of the downtown was just such a great makeover for an historic sort of town. Very much a mining sort of place. Right, we're about to ascend Home Stake Pass, about 12 kilometers out of Butte, on our way to Bozeman. 2 days, we've confirmed in 3 days because we've got a bit of extra time now, and so we're going to stay at state parks, maybe do a tour of some caverns tomorrow morning if we can get away with it. But this will be interesting. I think it's the only big hill today. But yeah, it looks like a sure big one. Oh, see how it goes. Right, good morning. We're riding on State Highway 2, which is a backcountry road, from the Lewis and Clark campground, and we're going up to the Missouri Headwaters campground, both state parks. It was really nice to stay in a state park last night. We're taking the last 3 days before Kath and Ruben go home from Bozeman as really short days, so that we can stay in state parks and tent both nights. Still gives us plenty of spare time to rent a car, and then yeah, we might go for a little bit of a tour around Yellowstone National Park, because the others haven't seen that. I have, but I'm okay to see it again. And yeah, the state park system here is as good, it seems, as Washington. Both are really good. Not expensive, but yeah, I don't mind that. They obviously have higher prices for non-residents. That's okay. I think that's fair enough. did a bit of a cheat and rented a small utility truck to take us and our bikes up and over some bloody big hills to Butte, because I was still struggling from that cold and chest infection, and Kath had just got over it. Bikes have been taking a bit of a beating, so it seemed sensible, and it proved to be the case, because Kath got another flat tyre, more spokes that have popped,